Have you ever heard of a creature so cunning? It can look just like you, a beast that waits in the shadows of the desert, whispering your name, only to strike when you're alone. Tonight, we dive into one of the oldest and most terrifying legends in Arabian folklore, the legend of the Ghoul, Al-Ghoul, El-Ghoul, a shape-shifting, human-eating monster that preys on lost travelers and feeds on fear. But this is no simple tale. The Ghoul's story travels across cultures, across centuries, and might just be more real than you think. The origin of the Ghoul. The name Ghoul comes from the Arabic word ghul, which literally means demon or evil spirit. The earliest accounts of the Ghoul come from pre-Islamic Arabian mythology, especially among Bedouin tribes. The desert was a dangerous place, and ghouls were believed to dwell in abandoned ruins, graveyards, and the vast, empty dunes. But here's the terrifying part. They weren't monsters with claws and fangs. They were shapeshifters. They could appear as beautiful women, lost children, or even your closest companion, until it was too late. Once you followed them off the path, they would reveal their true form, disfigured, rotting, with glowing eyes, jagged teeth, and an appetite for human flesh. Ghoul in literature and global folklore. The Ghoul is not just a figure of oral legend. It was written about in 1001 Nights, the famous collection of Arabic folk tales. In one story, a man enters a ruined building and finds a woman crying. He offers to help her, but as soon as he turns his back, she transforms into a beast and devours him. But the legend didn't stop there. Over time, the story of the Ghoul crossed into Europe, especially through French translations of Arabian Nights. It influenced the idea of the undead, and later, even the zombie myth in Western horror. In South Asian folklore, similar creatures like the churul appear, female spirits who lure men to their deaths. In Persian mythology, the Ghoul often guards treasure, feeding on corpses. The Ghoul is everywhere. It just has different faces. Psychological terror. So, what makes the Ghoul legend so terrifying, even in modern times? It's the idea that what you see may not be real, that your mind can be deceived, that even the people you trust might be something else in disguise. The Ghoul exploits this fear. It waits until you're alone, tired, lost, hungry, and then it whispers, pretends, lures. It's the predator that hunts your mind before your body. Desert encounters and real-life sightings. To this day, in parts of the Arabian Peninsula, Iraq, Syria, and North Africa, there are still stories told by shepherds and desert travelers. Old men who say they saw a woman in white walking across the dunes at midnight, barefoot without a trail, or that they heard their mother's voice calling them when they were hundreds of miles from home, and some who never came back at all. In Morocco, some believe ghouls live in ancient abandoned kasbahs, roaming in search of flesh. In Yemen, they say ghouls hide near wells, pretending to need help. It's always the same pattern. A voice, a face, a trap. What does a ghoul look like? While ghouls can mimic humans, their true form is horrifying. Descriptions vary, but many say they have skin like burnt leather, long, clawed fingers, eyes that glow yellow or red, teeth sharper than wolves, a twisted body, some say part hyena, part human. They crawl, they hiss, they whisper your name. Moral of the legend. The legend of the Ghoul is more than just a scary story. It carries a moral lesson, especially in traditional Arabian culture. It warns people not to trust strangers too quickly, wander off the path, be too curious, too greedy, or too brave in the wrong places. It teaches caution, wisdom, and humility, because sometimes the thing that smiles at you in the dark doesn't have a soul. Ghoul in pop culture. The Ghoul has found new life in modern media. It's appeared in Horror games, Netflix shows, like the Indian series Ghoul, and even in Dungeons & Dragons, where ghouls are undead creatures who paralyze their victims. But no matter how it's adapted, the core idea remains. A creature that hides behind a mask, waiting to devour you. Final thoughts. Do ghouls really exist? Are they demons? Ghosts? A metaphor for fear itself? Or are they something older? Creatures from a time before time that still walk among us in shadows? One thing is certain. The ghoul lives as long as we fear the unknown. So the next time you hear a familiar voice calling your name, in a place it shouldn't be, maybe, just maybe, don't answer. Enjoyed this terrifying tale? Then don't wander off just yet. Tap that like button, subscribe for more chilling legends and dark mythology, and hit the bell so you never miss a story. We'll be back with more tales that twist the truth and blur the line between myth and reality. Until next time, stay aware, stay curious, and never follow shadows.